everyone, and welcome back to Going Forward with Patricia. I know it's been a very long time, so I hope you guys have been well. I've been well myself, but changing of seasons. So today's topic is gonna be about attitude. I know it's a simple way, but believe me, attitude takes 100% of your personality. And I say 100 because if you could add the values of the alphabet on the attitude word, you're gonna hit 100. Meaning, let's take A for instance. A is it's a first letter on the sequence, so you're gonna take 1 and put it under A, and you're gonna continue with T and T I T U D E. Then you're gonna add up all those numbers, and you're gonna get a sum of 100. I know, right? It's a simple word, but trust me, attitude takes 100% of your personality. Because if you have a bad or a negative attitude towards something, it can affect how you act. Because if you have a negative attitude toward me, you're gonna act bad when it comes to me. If you have a negative attitude towards school, you might end up failing your subject in your grades. So we have a positive attitude and a negative attitude, and both attitude can be influenced by family, society, and economy. So by family, I mean, let's say you have problems at home, that can result in a bad attitude. And if maybe, let's say, the family is good and happy and you guys are fine, it can result in a positive attitude, because you know that word that says charity begins at home. It really has a lot when it comes to your personality. Then we have society. Society, we can have things like religion, culture, language, and all that. So they really play a big role when it comes to attitude. Then we have economy. Economy can be a work environment. Sometimes there are conflicts on a work environment, and we all know that. Even in school, we have things like that. There is conflicts, and we know that many people don't know how to deal with those things. So yeah, those are the kind of things that can influence your attitude. It depends if it's positive or it's negative. And we have things like attitude components. We have affective component, we have behavioral component, and we have cognitive component. So behavioral component talks about the way we behave or act towards something. It can be someone, it can be something, it depends regarding from that. So things like that, we have to pay more attention to them. That's why I'm asking you guys that make sure that you keep your attitude in check at all times, because if you have a negative attitude, it affects you as a person. You will start acting wild, you're gonna lash out to people. But not always people have negative attitude. Some have a negative attitude in a positive way. Yeah, I know that sounds wrong, but trust me, what I mean is someone can have a negative attitude in a positive way. Meaning, let's say me, Patricia, I have a negative attitude toward, let's say, spiders. I have negative attitude towards spiders. It might be that I have negative attitude towards spiders because I'm allergic to spiders. Yeah, that's a negative way. In a positive way, then yes. So having a negative attitude can affect you in a lot of things. If you have a negative attitude towards school, like I said, you're gonna start not paying attention, and not paying attention leads to not understanding what is being taught, and not understanding what is being taught means you're gonna fail your exams, and failing exams mean failing your grade. So can we just please make sure that every time if you feel that you have a negative attitude towards something or someone, I'd rather say either leave it or speak to that person if you think that affects you a lot. And having a positive attitude, it's good at all times, because if you treat other people good, they're gonna treat you good as well. You know that you reap what you sow, all that. So if I treat you good, you're gonna treat me good, but you can't expect me to treat you good while you treat me otherwise. So it's very helpful to have a positive attitude at all times, because as I said, it takes 100% of your personality. So if I am a negative attitude person, everything that I'm gonna do, it's gonna be negative. And you know that people don't like to hang around people with negative attitude, because they sometimes downgrade you at all times. And who wants to chill with a person who downgrades them at all times? No one, right? Yes. So please, guys, attitude is a small word, but trust me, it plays a big role. And I know that you know that it plays a big role. So, and don't, and a very important thing is that other people change attitude because they see how other people treat them. But trust me, don't stood up to those fools. Those people are just fools and they are there to mess around with you. Don't stood up to their level. Just leave them be the fool that they already are. Don't do anything and don't change the way you think. Because as I said, you are powerful beyond measure. You are the key to what happens, or the outcomes or the incomes that are happening to you. You are the one who is responsible. So regardless of how people treat you, don't let them change who you are. Because we have good people out there, and now they are bad people because they change. They're like, why should I be good when someone is always bad at me? Trust me, silence is a good key. Just leave them alone and let them be the fools that they already are. And you are a good person and have a positive attitude at all times. I'm telling you that you can achieve a lot in life. So this is the end of the video. Thank you guys for listening, and I hope that this really helps you out there, because I know that a lot of people are struggling towards that. Even me, I know that I've came across such things in life. So until we meet again, guys, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and we'll meet again on the next video. Bye.